one of the questions that I had is, you start off in getting into the early on, you talk about the sexual revolution meets Me Too. And there was a page, I think it was page 44. You brought up something that I'd never actually thought about. You brought up the court case, and I thought this was just very unique. Griswold v Connecticut, and it was from 1965, that cited a right to sexual privacy in the Constitution. That seems so passé today, but the way that you brought it out and you addressed something that I think many of us have lost today, and it's, I mean, why was that a big deal then? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out, or helping our audience to understand, because I think it has implications for now as a corrective. So what was it? Why was it such a big deal then?
Yeah, well, what we see in that case, and then multiple cases that follow it, as I list on that particular page, is the legalization of birth control. So birth control is made then available to married couples. And then subsequent cases, it's made available to single people. It's made available to teens. And we just see it on down the line through history. But the precedent that was set in that case is that, the individual's pursuit of happiness includes the right to maintain privacy. So if what you want to do to be happy is something that is a private matter, then the Constitution, the Supreme Court decided that it's then protected. So prior to that, things like marriage and cohabitation and who you were having sex with and making babies with was a public matter. It was regulated by our judicial system, which I know is mind-blowing in 2023. I mean, even as I say it, I'm like, I can't believe that. And I'm not saying that that's all good. Like, there's some things that clearly should probably be ironed out in that way of thinking. But the point is, our country and our leaders and authorities understood that when you have sex, a baby results. And that child, as well as the mother who carries it, are worth some protection and care. And so laws were created to provide for the care and protection of pregnant women and children. So then when you start introducing things like birth control and then abortion and divorce and homosexual marriage, that blows it all up. Mm-hmm. And there's no longer a legal structure that protects those who are the most vulnerable, which includes pregnant women and children. So now you can have sex without consequence, right? There doesn't have to be a family that brings up that child. And we see all of the terrible consequences of that now, as many, many marginalized women and children, not to mention those who've been lost to abortion. So we have to go back and realize, as a nation, we really prioritized autonomy. And we legalized it in our code, saying it's a constitutional right to pursue whatever you want. And we're going to say that these are issues of privacy. And if that's what you need to do to make you happy, then it's legal.